Well, hi, all my friends. First of all, I just want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. And I know that some of you don't always like, some of the things that I say, and that's fine for you to disagree with me. You just change the channel, if you don't like, what it is that I'm saying. But uh, as as far as the economy doing better, we are doing better. There are more jobs. There are things that are happening behind the scenes that we're not even aware of. Um, we have to remember that God does work with people who are bad for His good purposes. Okay, He did that in the Bible, and He continually does that today, and He will work around our free will, and make good out of what we are thinking and what we're doing, um, and all of that stuff. So just please do know that. TC, I really do am keeping you in prayer for you about your ears. I don't know what's going on with you, if it has to do with your illness. But so I am appreciative of you still trying to listen to my um, music, and um, I just you pray that they become open again, and that you're able to hear again. Um, I know how debilitating that can be in many ways, physically and psychologically. Being grown up with deaf parents, and a lot of deaf people in my family, and my wife being deaf, and my father-in-law just called me now and just said that his hearing, he's 100, okay, in the last 2 weeks has gone considerably down, and he can't hear the person next to him anymore. He has to ask them to repeat. So it's very disheartening to lose your main sense, and even if you do know sign language, it's still, you're losing, something very important and vital to you, and precious. Um, so I'm sorry that you have to go through that. Um, the other thing that I wanted to bring up is 2 Timothy chapter 3, 1 through 7. If you guys are having any issues with somebody that you have met, or who is a friend, or a parent, or brother or sister, sibling, a family member who is a narcissist or covert narcissist, um, they're biblically, that will tell you what God thinks about them, possibly, because all of the things that it mentions, verses 1 through 7, pretty much fit that personality. Another label that a narcissist has been given biblically is a Jezebel, a spirit, or evil spirit, or demons, or that sort of thing. Um, and I'm, we know that we are bombarded by voices, and spiritually, that is. And so if you are like myself, I'm an empath. I'm an advanced empath. I'm also a recovering codependent person, if you will, psychologically speaking, because my dad was a narcissist, and one of my brothers has become one. And I'm very sensitive, and Juliana too, very sensitive to even electronics, or can sense somebody in the room draining us, can sense something is really wrong. And even though I might take time to, because I like to study people, you know, and I'm intelligent too, but so I kind of have the double whammy, where empaths just see me and just kind of glum on to me. And so I have to like really keep my boundaries up and say no a lot. And I can't go to like huge crowds, events, because I really can sense a lot of stuff going on. And if you have questioned, why me? I'm intelligent. Why didn't I see this when well, it's because you're, remember, we're left-brained and we're right-brained, okay? Intelligent people are not as in touch with their right side of their brain as much. They don't go inward, they don't connect with their bodily as much as they are in their head, okay? But I've got both going. And so, also because I was, raised with deaf parents, I can go back and forth in my brain easily, 2 different languages going on at the same time. And the Salk Institute has done studies on children of deaf adults and how the brain works. We know so much about the brain, but still so little. And so if you're intelligent and you've been duped by a narcissist, especially covert, because covert, I think, is most insidious, because they come across as being empathic, okay? And it could be a few months, and then you see the mask fall, or it could be a year, or, it could be not too much longer, because they don't have a lot of energy, to do that, because they always have other things going on, other people, other sources that they're juggling all the time. It's why narcissists will end up either committing suicide when they get older, or they'll definitely have dementia or Alzheimer's disease. So, that's any constellation. But they don't care about anyone but themselves, okay? They are lovers of themselves, and they're not lovers of God. They will use the church to make themselves look pious and that they're doing good, and they will do extra things, but only so in that it benefits them in some way, that bolsters up their image in some way, makes them look good. And they'll have a family, they'll have the children, and they will do all these great photos that makes them look like, they're normal, but behind the scenes, it's far from that. And, so anyway, that's something that I've been dealing with for the past few days now. I would say about almost 20, and word that I've realized what was happening, to me, and then just really, watching different things and stuff. So there are the cycle is that it starts off with love bombing, and very rarely will you see that person that you were given that outer person. You won't see that much again through this circle, unless they've left and things didn't work out. When they come back, they try to love bomb you again and try to show you that person again, and then once they hook you back in, then the abuse starts again. So it starts with the love bombing, then it goes to maybe identity theft, isolation. Once they've accomplished that, and I mean, they'll do things where they will say, well, I want you to be near me because of this and that. Like, for me, it was only if you want to, you know, kind of a thing. But if you'd like to, I would like it, you know, or if you don't want to, it's okay, you know, kind of stuff. Um, other people would say, well, you know, that person's no good for you. They're just jealous of you, or they really they've got problems. You don't want to be with that person. I can take care of you. I can help you. You know, I'm the only one, and they want you to get you so dependent on them so that they can abuse you and just suck you dry. Like, you know, when you suck in an orange and you just suck all the juice out of it. That's what they want to do, because they have none of their own. They have no love of their own. They have no goodness of their own. They need to feed off that to make themselves feel better, and look and, you know, and get energy from. And it doesn't have to be loving and nice and kind and everything. They also feed off negativity as well. So that's why you don't want to give them anything, you know. If you can avoid it, then, you know, and if you can leave the whole situation, then that's fine. But still, you're left with the psychological damage that's been done, and you know, you have to do then the work as why did that happen. You get a professional to help you, or you get some books, or you know, listen to people online who are good. I would definitely recommend Ross Rosenberg. Dr. Ross Rosenberg. I find he's a recovering codependent like myself, so I found him very good. And there's a few ladies on there that are really good. You listen and you'll know, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm doing some more music, and I'm happy about that. I just did a Seals and Crofts song, so it was my first attempt. I did a little goof in it, so if you forgive me, that'd be great. I'll probably do it again later. I'm going to introduce it to Brian, and maybe we can add that to our list of songs to do. I just think that'd be kind of fun. Anyway, looking forward to doing my gig at the end of the month, and yeah. So everything's looking up, and so I'm hoping that that this information I'm giving you helps. Those of you who have been away from your narcissist, congratulations. You know, remember that you have to love yourself first. It's not being selfish. It's being love first. Okay, yourself, and if you love yourself first, then you can love others. Okay, so it's not being selfish. You are taking care of you first. It's like when you're on an airplane and you oxygen mask falls, and you help yourself first, then you can help somebody else with their oxygen. Okay, so if you're an empath like myself and intelligent, just remember you need to give yourself time. You need to heal. You need to recharge. You need to do good things for yourself, and then you can be around just a few people, you know, if you're like me. And leave me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe only if you like it. And thank you so very much. Also, check out, well, I'll tell you about it later. I've got to get going here. I'm going to lose some time. Just another video channel. All right, talk to you later. Bye.